Unit 9 of the Fundamentals of Piano Theory Prep level. This is about tetrachords and major scales. This one is just 2 pages long. It's pretty easy. We're going to create tetrachords using, I like to call it our formula. I like to call it the pattern though. But I like to think of it as a formula because I think it's kind of mathematical. It's like an equation. So if you just put in for a tetrachord, your whole half, you can start on whatever pitch you want. The outcome is going to be different, but it's always going to be the same formula of whole half. And in the end, it'll sound kind of like the same. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 notes in a tetrachord. So C, D, E, F. And it kind of sounds like the Adams Family theme. You can do the same thing whole half. That's the interval between every note starting on G. So that's how I kind of think of it whenever I hear those 4 chords. Or I'm sorry, not those 4 chords, those 4 notes. I always think of the Adams Family. So we can put 2 tetrachords together to form a major scale. And they're calling it the tonic tetrachord and the dominant tetrachord. That's just fancy talk for saying this is the tonic, meaning that's the 1st scale degree, and this is the dominant, and that's our 5th scale degree. So dominant just means the 5th scale degree, and tonic just means the 1st scale degree. So we're going to put 2 on top of each other, and they're going to be joined by a whole step. That's the interval that divides these 2. So you have whole half for a tetrachord. You add another tetrachord on top with a whole half, and they're separated by a whole step. This is just kind of looking a little deep beneath the surface. If you already know how to construct a major scale, well then you're kind of good to go. This is just kind of like, hey, this is how they're made. This is really like kind of peeling back the layers and kind of looking at it for what it actually is. So they're constructed by half steps and whole steps. So a C major scale has 2 tetrachords. It has a tonic tetrachord starting on C. C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, E to F is a half step. So that's your tonic tetrachord. You have your dominant tetrachord starting on G. So C, D, E, F, G. They're saying that's the 5th scale degree. So that's starting on your dominant tetrachord. G to A is a whole step. A to B is a whole step. Then B to C is your half step. You put those 2 together, but they need to be separated by that whole step. And they're saying, well, I know that this is the dominant because, well, even if I put this right above it, it's separated by that whole step, and F to G is a whole step away from each other. So the directions say, draw each major tetrachord, then draw the major scale by joining the tetrachords. So if you do this the right way, that whole step will just naturally add in itself. You don't have to worry about that. So a C major tetrachord, so C, D, E, and F. Whole, half. So that will sound like this. And G, G, A, B, C. Whole, half. And if you're unsure of this at this point, don't forget to use your piano. Remember, you can draw the piano in a box up here. You can do whatever you need to do. Now I'm going to just draw these 2, and I'm just going to put it together without this space. So C, D, E, F. I'm going to put this G right here. G, A, B, C. So we started on C, we end on C. Let's see. Let's see. whole half. And I'm going to come right here. Here's my G to my A. Whole half. And F to G. Yep, it's separated by that whole step. So we have 2 tetrachords combined together make our C major scale. That's it. Easy peasy. Let's try it on another one. G, A, B, C, whole, whole, half, and D, E. This is where it gets tricky. F sharp, G. Okay. A, B, C. Gonna bring my D down. D, E, F sharp, G. So we have our whole, whole, half, and it's connected by a whole step. Whole, whole. Now I know that this is a whole step. E to F sharp, that's a whole step, and then F sharp to G is a half step. Check your piano, check your blank keys. Okay, F, G, A, B flat, so that's a whole step. From F to G, G to A is a whole step, and A to B flat is a half step. And a C major tetrachord, C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, and E to F is a half step. I'm sorry, I didn't play this one, so G major. Putting it all together to save you more at the room store. Putting this down, C, D, E, F. Whole, whole, half, connected by that whole step. Whole, whole, half. Playing F major. Boom. Okay. So here we have our first scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our fifth scale degree. First scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our fifth scale degree. They don't ask you to write that down, but I did just for funsies. Okay, so it says add the correct sharp to make this G major scale. So circle the half steps. So we have G to A is a whole step. A to B is a whole step. B to C, that's a half step. Whole step. F to, I'm sorry, I was reading that in bass clef. D to E, that's a whole step. Well, this is supposed to have an F sharp in the key of G major. So this is a half step. And then this is supposed to be a whole step. So that's it. Whole, whole, half. Whole. Oh, what did I do here? I totally made a oopsie poopsie. See, guys, erasable pens. They're the bomb. I do this every video. I always make a huge mistake. And it's like, should I just try another video? Or should I just keep going and let the world see my mistake and just post it online? And then I'm like, yeah, just post your mistake, Ashley. Let the world know how much people mess up. Okay, so whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And this is the whole where we're connected here. It says add the correct flat to make this F major scale. Well, I know in F major that there's a B flat, so F, G, A, B flat. So we have whole, whole, half. So here's my half step. Whole, here's the whole that connects the two tetrachords. Whole, whole, and then E to F is a half step. Okay. I can't stress enough using a pencil or an erasable pen. Even an erasable pen, like look at this. This is still looks so smushy. But you know what? Some pencils have erasers that just don't work. So you know what? Maybe erasable pen is for the best. I don't know. Who knows? So, yep, that's it for this. And then it goes right into key signatures for the next one. So, bada bing, bada boom, you're done.